What if I told you that the most important battle you'll ever fight is not against the world, but against your own mind? Every thought you have, every emotion you allow to remain, and every belief you hold shapes the world you live in. Most people spend their lives attempting to control everything around them, their career, their relationships, their surroundings, but the true power is within themselves. When you learn to regulate your thoughts, you acquire power over how you react to everything that happens. When you stop just surviving, you start actually living. This is not about repressing emotions or becoming robotic. It is about conquering the mental instability that keeps most people trapped. Let's look at how you can genuinely control your mind and, by extension, your life. Number 6. Your mind creates your reality. You don't see life as it is, you see it as are. Your viewpoint shapes your entire reality. Every idea is like a lens, and whatever you focus on expands. When your mind is filled with uncertainty, anxiety, or resentment, you will see more evidence to support those thoughts. However, when your ideas turn to thankfulness, opportunity, and self-belief, your entire universe changes. This isn't just motivational speaking, it's neurobiology. The brain's reticular activating system sorts information based on what it considers important. If you keep thinking, "I'm unlucky" or "I can't succeed," your brain will highlight instances that prove you correct. However, if you train your mind to focus on progress and growth, it will start looking for signs of success. Controlling your mind involves controlling your perspective, which is what shapes your reality. Number 5. Detach from negative thoughts. Your thoughts are just clouds, you're the sky watching them pass. The biggest error people make is believing any concept that comes to them. Every day, your mind generates approximately 60,000 thoughts, the majority of which are repeated and nonsensical. But thoughts are not truths. They are only mental habits. The more you engage with negative thoughts, the stronger they get. The key is detachment, learning to observe your thoughts without being dominated by it. Imagine your ideas as clouds floating across a wide sky. You are the sky itself, unchanging and unshaken. Meditation, writing, and mindful breathing are all practices that educate you to separate your thoughts and your reactions. When you learn to observe your ideas rather than wrestle with them, you reclaim your power. That's when inner peace begins, not when your mind stops talking, but when you stop believing everything it says. Number 4, master your emotions before they master you. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf them. Emotions are powerful. They can be your greatest allies or your biggest enemies. Anger, fear, anxiety, and sadness are not bad, they're signals. But when you let them dictate your behavior, they control your life. Emotional mastery starts with awareness. Instead of reacting instantly, pause and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? This brief moment of reflection activates the rational part of your brain, allowing logic to guide you instead of impulse. Studies in emotional intelligence show that people who regulate their emotions make better decisions, maintain stronger relationships, and lead more fulfilling lives. Remember, mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means using them as tools, not chains. When you respond with calm instead of chaos, you start to master your reality. Number 3, reprogram your mind through repetition. Your mind is like software. If you don't program it, the world will. Every belief you hold about yourself was built through repetition, words, experiences, and thoughts repeated until they became truth. If you grew up hearing, "You're not enough," or "You can't do that," those phrases may have programmed your subconscious mind. But the beauty of the human brain lies in its neuroplasticity, its ability to rewire itself. You can literally change your mental programming through consistent repetition of new beliefs. Daily affirmations, visualizations, and goal setting help your brain create new pathways of confidence and resilience. For example, when you repeatedly tell yourself, "I am disciplined," and act on it, your brain begins to believe and reinforce that identity. Over time, new thought patterns replace old limitations. The process takes time, but the reward is freedom. You're no longer a product of your past thoughts, but the architect of your future ones. Number 2, protect your mental energy like treasure. Your attention is your most valuable currency. Spends it wisely. Overstimulation, not stress, will pose the greatest threat to mental control by 2025. Every scroll, notification, and headline demands your attention, exhausting it without your knowledge. The intellect is like a muscle. It weakens when stretched in too many directions. To govern it, you must first safeguard it. Be mindful of what you allow into your mental space. Reduce your exposure to unpleasant news, poisonous situations, and energy-draining people. Instead, fill your head with stuff that motivates, informs, and inspires. Create mental rest, screen-free moments for your brain to reset and heal. This isn't a luxury. It's necessary for survival in the attention economy. When you protect your mental energy, you retain clarity, which gives you control. The less noise in your thoughts, the more powerful your intuition gets. Number 1, turn discipline into freedom. The disciplined mind lives in peace. The undisciplined one lives in chaos. Many believe freedom means doing whatever you want, but real freedom is the ability to control yourself. Discipline is what transforms chaos into order and potential into reality. When you train your mind to stay focused, resist distractions, and commit to your goals even when motivation fades, you build strength. This strength becomes confidence, and confidence becomes freedom. Think about it when you wake up early, stick to your goals, and stay consistent. You feel powerful because you're in charge of yourself. Whether it's fitness, career, or self-growth, discipline makes your mind your ally, not your enemy. You stop depending on fleeting emotions to take action. You act because your mind obeys your purpose. And when your mind obeys you, you're unstoppable. Your mind is your greatest weapon, but only if you learn to use it. You can't always control what happens in life, but you can always control how you think, react, and grow from it. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary lies in who takes charge, you or your thoughts. So, train your mind daily, protect your focus, and speak power into your future. Because the moment you take control of your mind, you take control of your destiny. If this message inspired you, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more powerful lessons on mindset, discipline, and success. Remember, master your mind, and you'll master your life.